everybody, and welcome back to Lord of Time Does D&D yet again. You have the amazing, tree-killing, nature-felling, like fucking wood-burning Gideon Morningwood here. Yeah.
I find they quite defensive.
We have Darton, who spent most of last episode out of it because he was like, I'm gonna get hit and die.
Chillaxing.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, cooling, shooting some people. That's cool. But a couple of treants, they were up to no good, started making trouble in Vandus. He got in one little fight, and he got scared and passed out in the Temple of Arms. Fuck that. Right, we have Lyra, who is played by the wonderful Ems.
Hi.
And we have our solar beam, razor leaf, vine whip.
I like Pokemon.
Pokemon Mine.
I can't play X and Y yet, so I'm gonna fuck you up with Pokemon, okay?
What are we fighting next? A fucking Wobbuffet or something?
I don't know why a Wobbuffet would do that.
You walk through the field and you get attacked by angry Ponyta.
Oh no!
So,
I would catch it.
Gideon and Lyra and Bracken have just restored the waystones and the forest has receded back. And Bracken stands up, looks at you both with relieved eyes and says, I think it's over.
Excellent work, Bracken. Third, you took that solar beam like a champ.
Yes, I am hardier than I look.
You do make stone walls, so I'm not surprised.
Yes, I think my work is done here. I must return to the Arcane Academy.
Will you tell them of all the greatness that Gideon Morningwood has done today?
I will make a full report as to the events that happened this day, and your aid in it.
Okay, well just ignore the slight tantrumy outburst that he may or may not have had along the way.
Yes, I cannot obstruct the truth. I will make a full report.
Okay.
Bracken, before you go, I'd very much like it if you could impart some of your knowledge of spellcasting upon me.
Yes, I believe we have done this before.
You're
You
not
seek more
ready.
knowledge, make way to the Arcane Academy.
Oh, god damn it.
Every time.
I must be off.
Don't want to go school.
Well, he will be judged worthy.
Yes, I wish you luck on the rest of your mission.
Thanks,
And I hope
mate.
you use that artifact as best you can. Farewell.
See you later, bye!
Wait, no, we should. Oh, we should have asked. He's gone, hasn't he?
No, he's about to go.
Well, we should ask him if he's heard of, like anything bad going on. If he has any information. Cool, kind of.
Go on, act him!
Oh, okay. Wait, Bracken.
No,
Yes.
Just a quick thing. Have you heard any kind of news or anything going around the? Thank you. Around the around the world, maybe maybe bad people or artifacts going missing or.
Says, thieves and brigands are always around. Nothing major.
Yeah, no, I mean something major, something really big, like earth shattering.
Ask him about the Highborn Crown.
Have you heard of the Highborn Crown?
Yes, I know the legend. As
Do
do
you
most.
know what would happen if they all the pieces got put together?
Oh, good idea.
He says, I know not. The crown was gifted to the king by the Celestials, so I assume it has something to do with them.
What are the Celestials again?
They're like angels.
The angels, okay. They're like
It's
the
not
gods.
Artemis a Celestial.
No, there's like the realm of the gods, and then the celestial realm, and then the realm of man.
Oh, so
Oh,
just
okay.
above.
Yeah.
So the gods didn't give it, the Celestials did.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Celestials are angels, okay.
Ask him how we can find some Celestials.
Okay, right, well, I don't know, do we trust him? Because I still don't kind of trust him that
I
much.
believe we can trust him. I believe we can trust our friend Bracken.
He stares at Lyra with a look of, really?
I don't know, I don't trust people very easily. I have abandonment issues.
Bracken, do you have any idea where we might
My dad
where we might go to consult with the Celestials?
Says, it has been a long time since anyone heard of the Celestials. You may do well to learn more about previous encounters with them. It may yield some clues as to how you can commune with them.
Okay.
Sadly, I'm not an expert on the subject.
Oh, well,
Do you know of an expert on the subject?
Says, as far as I know, there is no such person.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm
Great.
sure there are many scholars who have tried to research the creatures.
Hang on. On our way here, didn't we encounter some of those weirdo blue like hippie people that were worshipping the Celestials?
No,
No,
they were
worshipping
worshipping
worshipping God.
Astoria.
Oh right,
They
okay.
were a god.
No, that's
People don't worship the Celestials, do they? They worship the gods.
No.
And the
Celestials are like
gods.
divine enforcers. They're not
Yeah.
actually like gods themselves.
Okay, cool.
They're like the ones that do the god's bidding.
Yeah, basically.
Excellent. Thank you for the information, Bracken.
Like,
And
no
fairly
one
well.
cares
Yes.
about Gabriel.
Says, I wish you luck.
We will meet again.
Turns into a lion, bounds off into the distance.
No, we didn't get much out of him, did we?
No, we didn't actually.
Ah, that'd be too easy.
Okay, so let's go back to Vandus
I
and
didn't
pray to
really
God we
think
don't get attacked by anything.
You get back to the Temple of Artemis.
Completely unharmed.
The people have already kind of started peering out, and they're like, "Have they gone? Have they
We
really
just
gone?"
walk in like here
I'll
with
open the door.
dun,
And they-
People of Vandus, we have prepared the waystones. The forest is in full retreat.
We've
We've
won!
won. We have saved the day.
Hooray.
They all cheer,
Yeah! Go! Woo!
and they cheer, and everyone's celebrating, and then there's a moment of calm, and everyone's like, "What are we gonna do now?"
We must rebuild.
And you go, "Yes, we must rebuild.
I'm buried.
This
the
is
dead.
our home long ago. We must restore it."
People get fire axes, go chopping down trees.
And they were like, "But we have no leader anymore. The mayor, Artemis, who took him? She took him. Who will lead us now?"
Well, you do still have the main
And they all
order.
kind of turn to look at Petunia and Hanik.
But, you know, they're still there. Hanik,
I have to go over to Hanik and
brother.
who's it? Hanik and
Petunia.
Petunia and say, I believe the people of this village look to you two to lead them for guidance.
And Hanik says, I will do my best.
I slide up to Darby.
I'm sure you will not fail me.
Did you have
And
a
says,
good time?
I wish I could give you three a reward for this task, but as you see, we have very little left.
Hanik, can you give us more cakes?
He
That's all I want.
We've just saved this
He
village,
says-
and you want cakes?
says, once the town is restored, you are free
I
to
just
take
frown.
any
Excellent.
time.
I just frown and look at them both and go, you're both as eccentric as
Shut
always.
the heck up! You
How
don't
did it
even
go out there
Do you
anyway?
know
I was
what?
just
And
saying,
Hanik, Hanik stands up. Sorry, ran away. Go on.
We fought this giant stag. It wouldn't be D&D without a Lyra around.
Fine, go.
We fought this giant stag thing where you were sitting here. I'm thinking about cakes. I want cake, please.
How does you wishing to have cake make me think of the same?
Well, you know, you might have been here. They might have
Cake
been
is a
offering
sin.
cake.
Your trail of thought worries me, Lara.
I only want cake.
Okay, so after that slight outburst, Hanik
That's not
kind of
delicious.
takes a deep breath and lifts up his chest, and he's like, "My people, I know I come from foreign lands, and my ways may seem strange to you, but I will do the best to restore what has been lost here. And as my father-in-law did, I too will do what is best for this town." And half the
Awkward
people are like,
silence.
"Yeah!" And half of them are like, "But he's not one of us."
He's foreign.
Woo, Hanik! Yeah,
Ah,
go.
racism. So half the people are like, "Yes, we must rebuild," and half of them are like, "We've lost too much. We can't do this.
Then
We
go.
we must leave. We will make home somewhere else.
We
We can seek refuge at Upton Fields until we can find new homes."
Paul.
And the people seem to start arguing amongst themselves. People are like, "How can you abandon your home?" And they're like, "There's not much of our homes left." And eventually Hanik kind of puts his hands up and says, "People, form two lines. Those who wish to stay and those who wish to leave." And it seems a pretty even split. There's like 100 people who want to stay and 100 people who want to leave.
Yeah.
And Hanik is like, "If that is what you really want, I will stay here and oversee the rebuilding of the town with half of our people. Are you and then he turns to Gideon and Lyra and he says, "Are you returning to Upton Fields?"
Yeah, we have a house there now, yeah. Come visit.
Yep. We have a house.
I know it is a lot to ask, seeing as you have done so much for us. Could you assure my people's safety on their way?
We can't
Back to
sure
Watson
it, but
Field.
we'll try our hardest.
We cannot be certain of anything, but we'll give it our damnedest to try.
It might be a good idea, in fact, for us to go back home,
He says,
get like a battalion, and then
He
come
I
says,
back.
think we need to rest first before we set off
I mean,
on
we
this
were
journey.
attacked by wolves on the way.
he says,
weren't we, Gideon?
People, if you wish to leave, you are free to do so. These kind warriors will aid you in your trip back to Upton Fields. I assure you that they will keep you safe as best they can. Spend the day getting your things ready. Scavenge what you can, and ready to move in the morning. Those who wish to stay, come with me. We will begin drafting new plans for the town.
What are you telling us?
And you can tell that this is kind of a definitive moment in Hanik's life. He's always been wandering around, not really sure what to do, and this seems like everything is on his head, and he's going to rise to the challenge.
Excellent. Master
Petunia's kind of look at him with
proud.
like, I remind you, Mommy, of my daddy.
Daddy issues.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, people just start scrambling around, getting their stuff together. People kind of begin to look for their horses, and they're all either dead or ran. There's no horses. There's 2 carts that weren't really that broken, so they start packing stuff into carts, and they decide they're just going to pull them along themselves.
Wow.
And everyone just starts getting ready. So what do you guys want to do?
I'll rest. I've got 9 HP.
It's the middle of it's like morning.
Want cakes.
Shut about cakes.
I'm going to use my healing surges because I have 10 of them.
That is quite sad.
What are you going to do?
Vastorin walks over to Darton. He's like, so, will you
Stop
believe him
playing
too?
with knives.
I'm sure there's nothing really left for me here now.
Says, not even me.
Aww.
There's always going to be you, my friend. There's always going to be you, my friend.
He looks over you with a massive bulge.
Very well.
You are what little remains of the priesthood.
I will do my best to remember all you have taught me. Hopefully you will return to us one day, and I will show you all the good I have done in the name of Artemis.
As you turn
Of
away,
course
he
you
goes,
will. I have no doubt you will make Artemis proud.
"Good
Thank
on
you, brother.
man."
And he gives you a hug.
Aw.
And then whispers in your ear.
Just before you go, I just want to remind you, that time by the lake, that kiss, it wasn't a joke, right? Doesn't say that.
Did you know they call me Jimmy? No.
I'm gonna use.
I'm going to turn to Gideon and Lara and say,
I assume you heal fall.
I'm assuming so too.
pardon, I wish to join you on your trip back to Upton Fields.
I'm
There is
sorry.
not much left here for me now.
He's turning to you 2 guys.
Yes, you may join us.
Well, I'm
You
just
may
trying
join
to
us
do
in our
maths,
quest.
okay? 5, 10, 15.
It appears that
for
your
now.
friend Lyra is busy.
12.
If you excuse me, I
22,
would like to
25.
visit what's left of my home.
Excellent, but first, could you do me a
25,
favour if you've got any prayers? Could you heal
31,
me for some
39.
stuff?
Of course.
I could do some healing.
Yeah.
Of course, my friend. I will do my best.
Sexual.
I'll use Atmos touch on Gideon.
Yours 20? D20?
14.
Just 14.
Okay.
Cool. So is there anything else you guys want to do, or are you just going to pack up
How
and
many
get
did I
ready?
use?
I want to head back to what's left of my house to see if there's anything.
Your house is total.
Is there anything that's salvageable?
No, total.
Gideon's going to use 2 healing surges. In fact, he's going to use
I'm
1
going to have a
first.
rummage around the town to see if there's anything
6,
useful I can dig up before I head out.
I'll say 4. Like 90% of the town is just destroyed to shit. A lot of the houses look kind of burnt down, you know, like where the roofs collapsed in. And all these things have grown out of them. Others, the walls have collapsed as these trees have burst out the ground. There are a few homes still intact, and obviously there's broken things around everywhere. Not a lot of it seems very useful. Can you roll a d20 for me and just do a perception check? 11.
16 total.
Perception of 16. You manage to rifle around and find as many arrows as you want, and
Because it is you can carry
2
it on.
health potions.
Cool.
Do people just keep health potions in their like houses?
No, but there are shops that got destroyed.
I know, but like.
Standard arrows.
Yeah. Basically, you have enough standard arrows lying around to fill your quiver.
But like would
So just put your
people-
quiver back to
Or is it
whatever.
only for?
How many can it take? 50?
You can take 60, but you also have special arrows as well, remember?
So if it were me and I'd like a kid or something, I'd like always just chug them like a health potion.
They're expensive for a kid.
They're gonna go run off.
Like a
They're
hun-
gonna-
it's
yeah, but I'd
$100.
be rich. Okay.
So you guys get ready. Is there anything else you want to do in this day?
Not really.
No?
No, let's get going.
Okay, so everyone goes to sleep. Houses are barricaded up enough for people to live in. Those that wish to leave all form by the Temple of Artemis. Towards the outside of town with their 2 carts by around 8 a.m.
Oh, do we have to re-heal our healing?
Is everyone pulling the cards?
You guys all went to sleep, so you can heal. It's normal.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me! I go down from 5 to
You
1.
No, oh, you actually full health.
Yeah.
Is it the morning after now?
We assume you ate, so you get 2. You are fed.
Oh wow, I went from 5 healing surges to 2 healing
I know,
surges.
it's shit, isn't it?
Uh,
Oh, well, it's alright, because some you get 7.
You need to roll your faith as well.
So, do you have to re-roll your faith? If you,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like you have to pray.
No.
Choose to
Reroll
pray.
your faith.
Oh, ball. 18, okay, after that. 26.
So you get up, you eat.
This is nice music.
You say your morning. It's from Fable. Darton says his morning prayers, and you make your way out to the convoy. There are 100 people there,
No,
largely widowed women and children, a few elderly, and a few able men. Some of them have daggers and swords, but obviously none of them are hunters because they all fucking died.
Exactly.
That's funny
So you have just over 100 people on your watch, basically, and it is a 3-day journey back to Upton Fields.
Lyra just sticks up her hood and goes like, "Hey, people."
I'm gonna act as.
They all seem to kind of be waiting for the order to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna act as Outrider. I'm
Yeah, you
going
be
to
the-
summon myself a Woodwalker.
What's the clippity clops?
You summon a woodwalker.
And I'm
So
gonna,
this is Darton's new spell.
Epileptic fit.
He reaches down to the ground and places his hand on the soil. Suddenly the soil begins to writhe, and from the soil grows a steed made of wooden vines interwoven, a full-on horse made of wood.
Use
It
it
glows
to-
green from
to
the
pull
inside.
cart.
what I was thinking is to outride, and if I see any danger, report it back so we know that what's coming.
That's a
our
pretty
way.
good idea, actually.
Fine.
Because it'll be quick enough to,
So you want to scout.
avoid combat.
You
Yeah, but
you want to scout,
a
basically.
scout.
Oh, you can be the leader.
So I'll draw my
like the
bow.
person in the back
I'll
who's
say,
fucking all the other people.
If it pleases you, I will ride ahead and scout out our trip
And who are you saying
You're
this to?
Legolas. He's Aragorn.
Who are you saying this to?
to Gideon Lara.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yes, do whatever.
If I
Wait, what have you named the horse?
What is his name?
oh, something to do with wood.
Stumpy.
Willow.
Ooh, nice name. Willow, yeah.
What about Oak?
Can it have like Willow
Willow.
for like a mane?
Sure.
I shall ride with Willow, and if I see any trouble, I shall report back to. I shall report back to you two. Maybe we'll be able to nip it in the bud, so to speak, before
So,
it hits our.
You
convoy.
mount off and
Excellent.
ride away, and we'll do the rest of the party first, and then we'll go back to you, okay, Darton?
Mhm.
So you ride off. Remember, your horse lasts for 7 hours before you have to recast it.
Okay.
How much does it cost?
Like 5.
$5.
Okay, so Gideon and Lyra, you're left alone with the convoy.
You be Aragorn. You be the leader.
Oh, so I have to be the leader. Okay, everybody, let's mount up and walk on.
Everyone
We're mounting.
begins to walk on. Mount up, they have nothing to
I
ride.
know.
They can ride each other.
Okay, a few of the fathers give their sons piggybacks.
Oh, that's quite cute, actually.
Okay.
Aw.
And a few of them actually have coconuts, and they're walking along doing...
Where's the clip?
This is the one time you aren't holding the coconuts.
What's
And they,
that
do,
for?
and they do a full on Monty Python.
What's that one for? It's
Some of, the,
only
some of
one.
the fathers have just got spare coconuts and they've got their sons on their shoulders. So they're just So,
No.
Darton, you are riding down the road and you see nothing. You ride on, you're riding through farmlands and rolling hills. The path doesn't seem obscured by any way. You meet no other travellers. You are riding on and you
Is that normal
are
not to see other people?
It's normal to see a few people
Well,
coming
what I
back.
want to do is be able to ride forward enough so that I have enough time to get back before Willow disappears.
Will she just disappear? And he'll
Okay,
just
so
go
you
inside?
ride 3 hours out. How fast does a horse move?
I don't know. Quite
Uh,
fast.
a full
Well,
pelt,
12 miles an
a full
hour?
pelt about 60 miles an hour. They are quite fast.
60 miles
Sorry,
an
no,
hour?
it's not 60.
60?
That is one fast horse, mate.
It's one fact. Well, it's made of wood. I mean, it's
But-
lighter than the average
But
horse.
you don't want to be moving at full gallop.
No, just
So
above
let's say
half.
15,
Just above half.
15, like
15,
12 to
20.
15 miles an
Wait,
hour.
that actually just.
Okay,
like,
so you get
you get halfway. No, it's 3
like
days.
quite a good distance. Like you get to where you think the convoy will be by the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you see nothing along the way.
think it's
Will
attacked
I
by
be able to do
wolves.
perception to see any good spots, but we'll be able to stop and rest?
Yeah, sure. Look.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It all seems pretty good. There's a few wheat fields and stuff that obviously you want to avoid because ambushes are easy, and there's a few rolling hills that you probably don't want to be at the top of. But nothing seems dangerous. There's no hazards. There's no pit traps anywhere. You like check around. You look into the trees and see that there's no bandits waiting for you, or no fallen logs, no tracks of ogres around. It all seems like a pretty quiet place. It is as you would expect for a farmyard path, basically.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I will ready the makings of a camp.
Okay, so
You're going to turn your horse into fire once?
you dismount and begin.
Yep.
Take some branches, begin a fire.
Yep.
Cool. The convoy rolls on, walking down the path. Path seems fine. Kind of slow going, like the children get tired every now and then, have to jump on the cart. The elderly get a bit knackered, so they have to kind of switch over. It's kind of a slow drudge as opposed to like what you would normally walk at. Imagine trying to keep up with someone who's
My grandmother.
That's like that scene in The Hobbit when all the dwarves like walking across all the plains.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Like you can't walk at a brisk, you have to kind of shuffle along. But the day passes completely uneventfully. It's quite a nice day, and you wind up meeting Darton along the roadside.
Darton, what are you doing? Why are you stopped?
It's basically just before nightfall. You managed to meet up with Darton.
That's why you stopped. Never mind then.
I found this safe clearing for us to set up camp for the night.
Alright, people, you heard him.
I suggest we make this place our stoppage for the evening.
Everybody, we make camp here for tonight.
I've already made.
Everyone starts unpacking and setting up small tents and stuff
Alright,
around.
let's set up a watch.
They make fires and things like that.
I didn't encounter any trouble along the way. I hope you didn't encounter any that I missed.
Yeah, we were attacked again. No, we're fine. No thanks, darling.
That is good.
Lyra's just said that they were attacked.
Were they?
I'm just sarcastically. Come on.
Were you?
Yeah, we lost half the people. So as the the hundreds going past.
It doesn't appear like you have.
No, it didn't happen. No.
You're making a jest. Are you?
I was
I see.
Indeed.
You're making a jest.
I was jesting, Darton. It's a good thing. You know what? This is great. This trip. We'll get to know each other a bit more. You'd stop using the word jest around us.
As a ranger and a hunter, one doesn't have much company.
What? Okay, you'll stop using the word one as well.
One.
One does not have.
This is reference. One can get beaten up in school just by referring to oneself as one.
Pray tell why my language amuses you.
Well, I'm.
Why have you become Shakespearean?
I'm from a.
Like a few hours ago, you're like, fuck, it's Tree Man, and now you're like, Prithee Sage.
Prithee Sage.
She's a vassal of the forest. Come to survive my face.
I tell her that all the time. Oh.
Alright, Patrick Stewart then, come on, let's make a fire.
I already have my friend.
Right, he's got a fire. Everybody else unpacks and makes a fire. Do you guys want to make any kind of guard or anything like that for the night?
Yeah, where are the able-bodied people?
It's literally like 10 to 20 guys
You
who
are
just happen to have
great
picked
people.
up a sword.
Alright then, Darton.
You've been travelling all day, and I've had a nice good rest in my little makeshift camp of mine,
you want
eating
to
field mouse and such things. So
You got bored and hunted field mice.
I was born on this Midsummer's Eve, so I hunted tiny field mice.
The vermin scurry across my path, and so I did fire my long twigs upon them. Then I did nom upon them verily.
I nommed upon them verily.
Oh my god.
Well, I suggest I take
Don't laugh while drinking Lucas.
these merry men of yours that you've happily
Yes,
selected
go
for
Robin
me.
Hood.
You rest up and have
Right, I'm gonna go and sit like right next to the campfire to warm up.
Okay, so everybody makes their own little camps. Everyone
I want
seems
to try
alright.
these field mice, they sound well
I have the Eye
tasty.
of Morkai, right?
there's some roasting on the fire.
No, very well.
Help yourself.
Gideon takes a field mouse that's been skewing.
I'm gonna use it.
Oh, I'll
I've
verily not on
I've
this.
got a few of them roasting on the fire as well.
Everybody eats. They brought supplies with them. Everybody eats. Everyone seems in better humours. They're quite happy to get away from that place after everything that's happened. The kids are kind of playing with each other. Parents are shouting at them for playing around the fire, all that good stuff.
No.
Anybody want to do anything before we go into night time and everyone goes to sleep?
Yeah, obviously I'm taking first watch, so I've got...
You're taking first
I've
watch?
got the guys that volunteered.
Yep, like 5 guys volunteered to stay watch with you.
I'm going to organise them so that they're...
Sorry, let him finish.
Sorry, go on.
I'm going to organise them so that if there's any trouble, they've got a call that we can shout. They'll make...
Barry!
Make this sound like a dying giraffe.
Verily, don't be scum!
if one has trouble, please make...
Giraffes cannot make any sound, but they do cough. So, if you're a giraffe in the middle of this Sahara and you see a tiger, all you can do is chew and turn to your mate and go, tiger. Tiger. Fucking great big tiger. Tiger. Run. Fucking tiger.
So it's not good if a giraffe gets a cold.
No, because if you see danger, you'll be going, guys. Dragons.
They can't make any noise.
So
no, they don't make any noise.
They're going to make like a bird call.
Yeah, you teach them one of your mini bird calls, okay?
It's the lesser spotted wild western.
Oh, this is a fun episode.
The bird flies past with a big hat and a sombrero.
Periodically spread them out around the camp, and I'm patrolling, keeping me.
Yeah, all that good stuff happens. Eventually, people get tired and go to sleep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Night passes uneventfully.
No, it doesn't. I want to use the Eye of Mordecai.
Oh, okay. I actually have music for nighttime. I realised. So
evil-ish.
Everybody goes to sleep,
I want.
and Lyra, by the fireplace, pulls out the Eye of Mordecai. Fire pit, sorry, not fireplace. Pulls out the Eye of Mordecai. It's this big fossilized dragon eye, bright
I
red.
thought Darton had it.
No, he gave it to me.
Lyra has it now.
I entrusted it with Lyra because you were just like, fuck this, give me it!
Angry.
Okay.
I want to use it on my locket and see what I can...
Okay,
See if
so
I can find
you
my
hold out
name.
the eye in front of you, put your locket in front of it, and the eye fills full of mist like a crystal ball, and suddenly you see a coastline, like the very edge of the sea, and this huge tree with green bark, and sat at the base of it is a small mound and a single white lily.
Oh, my mother's grave.
And that's what you see.
Shit. Heartbreak. Okay. I'm finished.
Anything else you want to
No, she thought she's gonna cry now. She's
do?
gonna cry
You
herself.
shed a single tear and the mist vanishes away like it's been swept away. Okay?
Keep it away.
What does Gideon even want the Eye of Mordecai for? I can't even remember.
Find the highball
Just to
crown.
find the Highbone Crown.
Oh, right. Well, all the pieces are thingy, so I can't even do anything
You
like
can
that.
find the
So night passes uneventfully.
Is everyone asleep now?
Everyone's asleep. You set your watches. You do your watch. You change over your watch. Everything's fine. Nothing bothers you. Like every now and then you see like you hear a call in the distance and people are like fuck dragons, and it's just a western bird.
And they call me over and I go, oh, it's nothing, don't worry about it.
Eventually dawn breaks and everyone wakes up and starts packing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes a false sense of security.
I know.
Everybody heal. Roll new healing surges. Roll new press.
Oh, 3.
Oh, ball.
Hey, 3. Do we rest nicely?
Yes, you get this one.
Yeah, 4.
What am I rolling on?
DC plus 1 for healing surges. Are you already healed full?
Yeah.
Yeah, just D6 plus 1 for healing surges. And Darton says his morning prayers.
Oh, yeah, so
Dear Artemis,
healing
please give me
surge.
lots and lots of prayers. Fuck you,
Oh,
Artemis.
And,
So 9.
And that's 9 prayers.
Well,
Artemis,
I had
obviously
21 the
didn't
day
like
before.
you eating
So-
the dormouse, now did it?
So as the refugees are gathering their things and ready to move on, amongst the crowd you hear a woman crying out. And you hear, Daniel! Lottie! Where are you?
Daniel and Letty?
Lottie.
I'll
Lottie, my sister!
I'll go running over.
Lottie.
Well, she's Charlotte, but we call her Lottie.
I'll go running over to her.
I do too.
As you run over to her, she's actually like pulling people and saying, have you seen my son? Have you seen my daughter? Where are they? Where are they?
Miss, please calm down.
She seems pretty hysteric. She says, calm down. Have you ever lost your children?
Well, no, I don't
Anything
have...
could have happened.
Okay.
We're out in the open.
Sorry, I don't have kids.
You were meant to protect us. Why didn't you protect
I've
us?
just got a child.
How many children, madam, and what do they look like?
Yes. My son, Daniel. He's about this big.
How old?
He has brown hair.
Great.
He's 8.
He's 8.
Lottie's his twin sister.
Oh, so cute! Chef Long.
I haven't seen them since last night. I think they snuck out while we were asleep.
Oh, God dang it. Okay.
Please help me find them.
Okay, we'll find them.
Shit, why the fuck do I get 9 prayers? Oh.
It's alright. It won't be anything bad.
I could scout out.
I say
could
this,
scout
and then
out with
the
Willow and
detective will
find
scout.
them, but.
And she's bawling her eyes out.
Okay, miss, we calm down. We have saved children
I'm just
before. We are
No, you've not. You've got children killed.
I must protect them.
You shout this from off in the distance. And the woman goes, kill?
No. He meant,
Guys, sometimes Wish Gideon had no tongue.
he meant,
Silence your tongue.
Silence your tongue, you fool!
he meant kiss.
Gideon just goes, whoa.
We are great with
Be
kids.
sensitive on this matter.
We sometimes get kids kissed by
He says,
the
you're not
gods.
really helping your
The
kids."
gods. By the gods.
Do not worry about him.
Right,
We shall
on to
attempt to
those
find your
kids,
child.
Right, Dalton?
Of course, I love all young people.
Not
all
you!
life.
Fucking hell.
You just asked that and.
Right. Paul, shut up.
Yes, I do love kids.
That's amazing.
All youth, to be honest.
I just look at him.
In all its varieties.
Fucking hell.
We all
This
just
time I know
look
you
at
jest. This time I know you're jesting. Don't jest with me.
Right. So the woman looks at you really fucking confused
Don't
and
worry,
just goes,
we'll find your kids.
are you going to find my kids or
Yes,
not?
we will, yeah, okay.
Yes,
Where
we
was
will
the
in
last
danger, so.
place you saw them?
She's like, let me think. They were playing by the fire and I shouted at them and then
Okay.
they wanted to go play by the stones over there.
What
and
stones?
then we went to sleep. And she
Did
points
you-
over to the top of the hill, and you notice that atop a hill, like a few hundred yards away, is a Stonehenge looking thing.
Okay, so quick question. Were the kids in the bed when you went to sleep? Were they asleep in bed?
She said they were in my tent. Yes.
Okay, so they've did you notice them missing when you woke up?
Yes. I woke up and I couldn't find them anywhere.
Were the beds cold?
I didn't think to check.
Oh well, great.
Can Darton use his tracking skills again? To see if he can pick up any footprints.
Right, okay.
Why don't you ask Artemis if the kids
There's
are all right?
footprints everywhere. People have been walking around all night. It
Yeah.
wouldn't-
So I'm gonna have
You
to
wouldn't be
go
able to
around the edge of
tell.
the camp to see if any trail off.
Why don't you ask
You can go to the edge of the camp and look, yeah.
Okay, do a
I'm
perception
gonna-
check.
Yeah.
Perception away.
Why don't you ask Artemis?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not gonna see what.
Nah, there's too many footsteps. You can't
I'm
discern
going
one
to
from
head
another.
towards the stairs.
Why don't you ask Artemis
Yeah,
if the kids are okay? Because you've got that thing where you can
That's
ask them.
true. It's only cost a faith point, I think, as
Yeah,
well.
it's like 1 or 2.
You
Oh, you only got one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll use a faith point. What are their names?
Lottie and Daniel.
Madam, what are their surnames?
She
To be
says,
precise.
Gates.
Gates, that's nice.
Is it Lottie and...
Daniel Gates.
Are Lottie and Daniel Gates okay in well health?
Lady
You
on
get
Gates.
no answer.
Oh shit! Right, quick run.
That's not good.
Artemis has given me no answer.
Don't tell the woman.
No, I'm telling you that. We're on the hill now. We're not nowhere near the woman.
Hey, you said nothing about going towards the hill yet.
I did say that. I said I'm going towards
You
the hill.
just asked the woman if the beds were cold.
She did, I didn't.
Between
Oh, yeah,
between
but we
asking her and
wandered
going to. Oh no, you went to the edge, didn't you?
Yeah, I went
Okay,
to the edge
I'll
and then...
wander
You
over
went to the
towards
edge.
the stone and
So,
then you can come
I'm
with me.
on 8.
Are you coming with us? Oh, you don't know this.
I
do
don't know what's going on. I know.
Lyra, a word if you will.
you? Yes. What's
I
up?
have communed with Artemis. I've asked if the children are of good health.
And are
She
they?
did not reply.
Fuck. Right.
Bear in mind, if she
That
doesn't
may
reply,
not
that means there is not a yes or no
Yeah.
answer.
There's not a yes or no, so they
It was.
could be or they could not be.
Well, it was a yes or no question. Are they of good health, yes or no?
Let me put it this way: there's probably more than one Daniel and Lottie Gates in the world.
Fuck! You're an idiot. Stunk.
You
Right.
told me to ask!
I didn't. He did from
No, I
beyond
didn't.
the world. Right, let's go. To
Should I
the
have said,
Stonehenge.
are Lottie and Daniel Gates of this group of people we are with
Yes,
in
you
good
should have
health?
highly.
I need to be very, 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 very stupidly precise.
Yes, you did.
Because
Lyra,
Artemis is
where
a
are
very
you going?
keen woman.
You have to be very surprised.
Where are you
She's a
going?
hunter. You just called her a keen woman. Yes. Right, let's go.
She's
To the
Lyra,
Stonehenge.
that's where you go. I can see like moving off. I'm like, where are you up to?
Oh, kids,
Do not
listen.
concern yourself with these matters, Gideon. You obviously don't seem to care.
I don't know what's going on. I'll be over there.
Everybody's packed up now and they're like, why are we not going?
Protect the people.
Very well, Gideon.
That's not
Let them know there will be a short delay and we'll be back as soon as we can.
Okay.
Everyone grumbles and
Everybody's
then
going
goes
to be a
back
short
to
delay. The flight's delayed to Hong Kong.
the captain speaking.
It's
gonna be about it.
I'll just tell them all that there's going to be a short delay
Okay.
whilst
So what, me and Lyra are going to go
Lyra
up to the hill and
off.
see what we can
Okay.
see. To see what we
So
can
you
see.
and Lyra go up the hill. It's only about 100 feet away, like at the top of this small hill. Atop there is a small stone henge. It is 3 standing stones with stones on top of them forming a triangle. And there's small brushes kind of grown around it. And you notice that there's faded runes all over the stones.
Okay, guys, we should have brought Gideon. He's a lot more good at magic than we are.
Faded as in not glowing faded, like they've just been weathered away.
Yeah, go get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
go
he'll go
How
get
about
him
down
and
the
I'll
hill?
examine
I'll go back
it
down the
with
hill.
my eyes, I guess.
Perception check, please. D20.
Ooh, 5. That's
With a
not
perception
3.
of
3. Wait, no. 4. 9.
you.
See nothing.
Nah, you don't really see much.
Yeah, I'll go back to
Can
Gideon.
I examine the triangle on top?
You'd have to climb the stones.
Oh, right. Oh. Can I do
Do you not understand what it
No.
is? Basically, if you imagine a triangle of stones, atop a stone on every corner. It's like a pagoda thing.
Like a table.
Is it
But
massive?
like Stonehenge. No, it's like 3 separate stones.
How big is it?
Atop 3
If I stood next to the
standing
stones?
stones.
Is it taller
Like
than
10
me?
foot tall.
Okay, it's taller than me.
Yeah.
Gideon, we have found some ruins that appear to have some sort of runic inscriptions upon them. I
guess
think this may interest you.
I guess I'll take a look at it.
I like him, your character, a lot more than Grundrick.
So, you guys make your way back to Lyra?
Yep.
Heyo, kids are missing, Giddy.
Oh, so we got missing children, eh?
Yeah.
Well, it's right up your street, isn't it? You're getting killed all the time.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just going to reassure the people that we're making Wayne good time.
Okay.
Just relax, have
In
breakfast,
front of him.
have a leisurely morning, we'll be underway in due time.
They agree.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Oh, well, okay, so there's these stone tablets. Mother said that she's lost her kids, right?
Okay.
So we have to try and figure out where the kids are. And Mum said that the last place she saw them, like, before falling asleep was here.
Well, why haven't you used the Eye of Mordecai? They have a sock showing you that belongs to the children.
I'm
You
gonna go
used
back and get a sock. I'm like, for fuck's sake! Yeah, okay.
You just went, man, what the fuck haven't you used the
Why
Eye of
am I
Mordecai?
not here? Right,
You
just
silly elf.
stomp back to friggin'.
The
Considering you
she
show
says,
a little care in such affairs, Gideon,
she
you
says-
have a very good eye for these things.
She says, have you found anything yet?
Yeah, not yet, but we're kind of doing like the whole sniffer dog kind of thing. So I
She says,
require.
please hurry, anything could have happened.
Yeah, I require an item of clothing, anything from your.
Something
closet.
passing, something personal, remember?
Sure, have Lottie's hairbrush.
Sure, thanks.
She
Right, okay.
hands you a crudely made bone
I
hairbrush.
like turn away from her, like just so she doesn't see.
Like-
Like,
The,
hang on a
the
second.
Eye of Mordecai fogs up, and you see a sack hanging from the ceiling of a cave.
Oh my god! I'm like,
That is not good.
turn back to Mother, like,
A sack?
Caves.
Like a Hessian sack, with a rope tied around it, hanging from the ceiling of a
Well,
cave.
it's either
How far from
goblins,
Valentine?
trolls, orcs, or something else rather nasty.
Okay, so I don't know exactly where they are, but I do have a good idea
I mean, how
of
far
what's
from
happening
Bandits
to
are we
them.
now?
They're fine,
Well, you
I'm
find this
sure,
today.
but I'll be right back. I need to go converge with my wizard and my archer. Cheerio!
Would I have travelled that far from Vandus?
I'm gonna go
Oh, I
head up to
generally just
Gideon
do
and
the
say,
You
Gideon!
went to where you
There
thought
is
the
a
convoy would be after a day's walk, basically.
Oh, well, that's not very good, is it, at all?
Would I know the area at all, or know anywhere there would be a cave?
Maybe,
You don't know this yet.
you don't know what, you don't know what's in this
Well, you know
sack.
what you come back to
They're
tell
in a
us.
cave.
It's a
No,
3-day walk.
Lottie's
you
in the
wouldn't
it's
know.
in the sack.
Oh,
Lottie's
50
in the
miles
sack.
away.
Oh, where's Daniel
It's
then?
all
I don't
farmland.
know. I don't have his hairbrush.
well, he's a little boy. He wouldn't have a hairbrush.
No, it's Lottie's hairbrush.
I know, which is why I can only see one sack.
Right, well, let me check these inscriptions then. Let me see if there's anything. If there's a cave that opens up or something.
Can I have a look around and see if I
What's
can
my
see any cave or anything?
What?
rune smithing, rune craft or whatever it is. 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, and my plus 8.
Okay, so Gideon looks at the runes and notices that they are actually just written in some ancient human language.
Oh, cool.
And it says, "The life of man, solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short."
Oh, okay.
Alright, it's very
Well, that's that-
negative.
I believe that is old age fantasy racism.
Why, Gideon? What does it say?
But it's written in ancient English.
Ancient common.
Ancient common. Well, like human language, that's what I'm saying.
I really don't like humans.
It is quite befuddling, really. It's basically rather racist towards the human race, but yet it is written in ancient common, which was invented by the human tongue.
Well, they're perplexed.
I'm most perplexed. This is quite a conundrum. Let's
Is it basically
I'm gonna do an arcana check, see if we can find any magic. That's a 1. That's
Oh, you
a
don't
1.
see.
You notice no magic.
No. There's no magic here. We said they were hanging in a cave. I suggest that we try and find a cave.
Alright, then.
Perception!
Uh,
It's a 9.
You're checking the ruins to see if there's any inlets to caves and stuff. So,
Yeah.
8,
Do you want
9,
to
10,
perception
11,
while everybody
12.
else is-
I got 13.
Sure. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
You're all rooting around, and who got highest?
Me.
Gideon?
Lyra.
Lyra, you come across a broken toy bow entangled in one of the bushes at the base. Is one of the stones.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I am Moikai. Moikai.
Okay.
I'm going to see if it's Daniel's.
Mordecai!
You see another wriggling sack.
Yep, okay. Oh, wriggling.
Mhm.
Oh, they're alive. Great. They're still in the sack in the cave.
But for how long?
Are they alive?
What if trolls
Oh,
come?
they were wriggling.
Ah, that's
So
promising.
Yes, I assume it is. Right, let's take the bow.
Check the bushes. Because you took the bow near the bush, but you didn't check the bush.
Is there any... Yeah, can I check the bush for any footprints or anything like that?
Or maybe there's a cave behind
What are you
the
doing?
bush.
Just looking
Why
around.
would
the
there be
bush?
a cave behind a bush?
Well, there might be a hole at the foot
It's
of
like,
the bush. And
Aha!
it's like obscured.
There it is.
What do you
Slide
do?
on
I
down
love
the
talking
gate.
about bushes
What do
and
you do?
holes.
I'm looking at the bush to see if I can see any tracks or anything leading away.
You don't see anything looking at the bush. You do see some footprints going kind of around the bush.
Okay, I'm going to go around the bush.
You look around the bush, you see a bush.
Where is the footprints going?
They seem to just stop at the bush.
Okay, let's just jump into the bush.
You know, you say a word often enough and it just loses all meaning. Bush has lost its meaning.
Well, you just
I'm
give it a
going to
different
jump
meaning.
into the bush.
Okay, you jump into the bush and you fall down a hole.
Oh shit!
I knew it!
I
Did
realised how big
me or
this
Gideon
bush
see
is.
this?
Your leg goes down into a hole.
Oh god, help me!
Oh, her leg, just a leg.
Just a leg.
My arm like sticks out and goes, help!
Is this hole big enough for like a child to go
You've
in?
not had a look at the hole. Lyra's in it.
Well, I will look at Lyra's hole.
Lyra is blocking her hole.
I shall
I'm blocking
pull.
the hole!
I shall pull Lyra out of the hole
Thank you.
Okay, you are now out of the hole.
and
Fuck's
inspect
sake.
the hole.
Let's look at the hole. What is this innuendo? We're looking for children!
Right.
So,
So,
children and probing holes. Oh wow, this is an episode and a
okay,
half.
so
Get out of my hole.
under the bush, you discover there is a small tunnel entrance, no bigger than 2 foot circular wide.
We're gonna have to crawl.
It looks simply burrowed out by something.
Hey, that's Bob.
Isn't
That's
he
a good
here?
idea.
Is he here?
I was supposed to be with me the whole
That's a
time.
good idea. Send Ottobobbins.
Send him in there like a reconnaissance mission.
After
Yeah.
Bob. Yeah, he's not.
Because-
Yeah.
Otto Bob,
You have mission, son.
He pokes his head out and he's like, yeah.
I have a mission for you. If you choose to accept it.
Which you have no choice but to.
Well,
this
sign
time,
your bloody coat
We
or
haven't
so.
spoken to me in a month.
Oh.
No, I haven't been speaking to him, just off camera.
No, you
Off
haven't.
camera.
No, you
It's
haven't.
not prime time though, is it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Otto Bob. To be fair though, you wouldn't have liked it anyway. We had a lot of nastiness, and if you don't know, I died nearly twice. Nearly, how many times?
Oh, phew.
Too many.
I died almost too many times.
And you
so-
sat there in your coat.
And you
It's
just- you
still
just-
warm. Still warm.
Till the life of my corpse leaves me.
I'm sorry, the warmth of this place makes me pretty sleepy.
Well, time to wake up. I have a reconnaissance mission for you. If you'd like to, could you please report, go down this hole and tell us what you find?
Ignore that he's
He
talking
says,
to the answer, by
what's
way,
down the
that's it.
hole?
We don't know. We think
Oh,
there
it's
might
fine,
be
I'm
two
using
small
the
children
handle.
stuck down this hole. If you could tell us if it leads into a cave or there's any other entrances or anything, that'd be most
Didn't you
appreciated.
think- oh, no, I
Oswald.
didn't.
Says,
didn't
You'll be able to fit in there quite nicely. We're too big.
Says, no, you can fit in there.
Gideon, tell him.
Why can I and nobody else?
All of you can fit in there.
Oh, really?
It's 2 foot wide. It's wider than your shoulder, so you'd have to like wriggle down there.
Screw this, let's go wriggle.
No, send our Bob in first. Time to come back and see what he sees. If it's safe, we go in.
Yeah.
Because he's quicker than us.
Yeah.
Tell Gideon to look for two.
So you put Ottobob in.
Yep.
Ottobob scuttles down, and he goes, I can't see anything yet. I can't see. What? Wait. Ah!
No!
Oh
And he goes, it's okay. I'm alright.
I'm
Um,
fine.
I can't see anything down here. I think I hear something kind of weird though.
no! Maybe we need some light down there.
Who's going in first? Bagsy, not it.
He goes, there's some moss down here. Is that important?
There's some what?
Moss.
Yeah.
I believe we should go down this hole.
Moss?
Bagsy not going first.
I will, I'll go first.
Sweet.
Well, could you please illuminate one of Larry's weapons? If
I
she's
shall
offered to go
indeed.
first? At least you should be able
I'll
to
cast
see where
bound
she's going.
light on.
Can you bind like on my gauntlet? So my arm just glows.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
That happens.
Sweet.
Excellent to have
And
a
you
glowing
get in,
arm.
you make your way into the cave. Well, into the hole, sorry.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle,
Oh,
wiggle,
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 yeah.
wiggle.
You manage to wiggle yourself down the hole and you fall down into a wider chamber.
Shit!
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Going down.
There's a bit of a fall.
Right, okay, fair enough. Ladies last this time around, I guess. She has more balls than you, I'm afraid.
Darting goes down, same thing happens. Gideon?
I'll go down, but I'll be ready for the fall.
Gideon, it's not the fall that'll hurt you, it's just a few feet.
Oh, is it? It's just like a boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's
so
just
I'll
kind
go
of
down.
like,
Too wide.
if you imagine up in the corner of the room, that's where the hole comes out, so you like fall a few feet.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Because
so
you
I'll
can't
go
really
next.
control yourself as you're wiggling through.
I'll go next. Oh.
Okay, so you wriggle your way down the hole. Don't laugh. And you drop into a wider chamber. It's nothing more than a corridor that kind of leads onwards and around the corner. The passage is only 3 foot wide, so you can only really stand like one in front of the other. And the ceiling is 4 foot high, so you actually have to like crouch down. Like where you fell is like 8 foot, and then from then it's like 4 foot. It's all just earth burrowed out by something. There's glowing moss along the floors that dimly illuminates things, and you notice that all along the floor on the either side of the wall are lost teddy bears and toy trains and
Oh shit.
all kind
No,
of
that's
like
just creepy
muddy
kids.
children's toys.
It's a child snatcher.
Oh,
It
just
is
fight a
a
red
child.
cap. Don't red caps steal children?
Red
No.
caps, what the hell's a
I
red
thought
cap?
red caps.
Red caps are just violent, fey creatures.
I thought it was it. Oh, no.
Red caps murder people and then they dip their
How
hats in their blood
much
to make
is
it
the
more
illumination on the gauntlet lighting us up? Can we see a couple of foot in front of us, or is it a bit
you can see, I don't know, you can see maybe 10 feet around you.
Can Gideon project light?
He has his stuff that you can firelight out of.
Well, no, I can bound light on anything.
But will that
I
stop
can
her?
bound light on anything. I can turn the brightness up on it.
See,
up
you
until-
bound it on a gauntlet, but can you fire light and still have that on?
Well, I
Or
can,
do you have
I
to
can, I can
unbind
just
it?
take it
No,
off
he
the
has to
gauntlet, put it
unbind
onto
it.
my staff, and then
But
I can
his,
just...
your staff, your stonewood staff of light, has a light rune in it. So it just can be on light.
Oh, you can
Oh,
turn it
sweet.
on light.
I'll say, I'll put my staff away, staff there in a minute, I'll bring out my
And
stone
then
with
just
staff.
project light down
Whoa.
wherever, if you've got a corridor or something we can follow down.
Yeah, max
Project
brightness
so
light
Alright.
on my staff.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
You see down the corridor and it comes to a sharp turn left.
I'm gonna.
Ladies first.
More toys along the way.
Fine, I'm gonna draw my shock and fire swords, but not set on fire.
Okay.
I'll get my bow out.
Otterbob kind of looks up at Gideon's like, can I go back now?
Yes, you can.
He's
Crawl up my leg and
he scuttles up your leg and into your robes. That happens.
That's tickling.
You can
Who's
kind
gay
of
now?
and you notice that from here you hear a very, very faint kind of.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
We can do a creature
it's
craft check to find out what that is.
Witchcraft.
Skin.
That's a 16 again? 16.
You don't know.
Really?
From a faint. No,
until
you
I'm
don't
12,
know.
no.
You don't know.
I'm not gonna.
That sound coming from the end of the corridor where the corner turns.
It sounds like it's coming from down the corridor. Yeah.
Maybe goblins? I don't know.
Certainly sort of sounds childlike. Young anyway, squeaky voice. I suggest we continue our path
That's a
down
bit
this
loud.
corridor.
I just thought turn it down. It's just that one bit of it that goes really loud.
Well, it's onwards and downwards, I
How,
guess.
how wide's the path? Can we go free abreast
3
or
foot.
is it?
No,
About
3
we-
foot wide, 4 foot
We have to
tall.
go one at a
You have to
time.
crouch and go one at a time.
You have to go first because you've got the light.
You both have it.
Oh yeah, I
You-
need
yeah,
light
you
as
both
well.
have the
I'm gonna go. I'll go first
Larry goes first. You second.
I suggest Lyra and me and then Gideon so we've got light from light back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
then.
Okay.
Gideon always likes being at the back.
So Larry, you drew your swords. Garton, do you have a bow?
I only
or
have my
anything?
yeah,
one
I have a
sword.
bow out. I've got my bow out.
It's really awkward to have your bow in this place, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, it's
You can
pretty
do
much
it. It's
like-
just kind of that you can't get your arms out to
Get your
really aim
sword
properly,
out.
so you're kind of just like crouched in.
I was about to get my sword out then.
Yes.
We'll get my sword out then.
Okay, you put that away. You get your sword out.
Yeah.
Cool. So you make your way down the corridor, and the gets louder. And as you turn around the corner, you see that ahead of you, like there's a few feet ahead, maybe I don't know, 10 feet ahead, and then there is a sheet pulled across. It's like kind of a door, but it's just an old like blanket, just pulled across a thing. And behind it, you see light and shadows dancing across this sheet.
Everybody, lights out. So I'm going to turn the lights out.
And
Yeah,
you hear this,
You do gotta get your sword out. And
Or
like
you-
slowly cut the
Or
seams
you
to
could
peer
just
through.
move it aside. and peek through the corner.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna cut it.
Is it sheet side to side? You can't like pull it out of the way.
It's like they literally, it's a sheet over the like entranceway.
Like a curtain.
And yeah, like you would just grab it from one side and just pull it and then move in. It's not like got split in the middle or anything.
Let's do the whole comedy thing where I
covered
put
in
my
mud.
head, you put your head, he puts his
I
head.
think one person's head would be less spotted.
Peering your head out.
Fine, I have the better eyes. I'll peek out.
You've got night vision.
Ding.
That's true.
Oh, suspense moment there.
So what do? You put your head out.
Perception test.
Quick look out through the thing. What do I see before I do
Okay.
the perception check?
So you see, from behind the sheet, you hear loud chattering, blah 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 blah. You see a wider chamber. The chamber has a higher ceiling, around 8 foot tall. It's decorated with wooden cages made of twigs all around the edges. And there's hundreds and hundreds of odd socks hanging from the ceiling. Like it's like a mud cave, and it's got these like odd socks like built into the walls, hanging down, hundreds of them.
Socks.
Odd socks, like different types of socks.
Just
like not
hanging.
pairs of socks,
Like
just
child
odd
socks hanging from the ceiling.
Child socks hanging from the ceiling.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And in the centre of the room, there is a bubbling mass of mud, like boiling mud, like pops like a hot spring kind of mud. And hanging above it
There's 2 bags.
are
isn't
2 wriggling
it? Oh my
sacks.
God, no, Lottie and Daniel.
And the sacks seem to be tied to a vine that goes to a winch made out of a spinning wheel for a sewing machine. And there are 15 odd little creatures dancing around the room, each resembling a fat goblin with grey skin and a huge underbite.
Witchcraft.
Wait a second, let me finish the description.
Sorry.
Huge underbite. They all have big floppy ears like a dog. They're all wearing a hodgepodge of human clothing, like different shirts and pants and things. And they're all tied together with roots, and they are all wielding a selection of crudely made stone clubs. And one of the creatures is much fatter than the others, and he wears a chamber pot as a helmet. You know, like a pea pot.
Yeah.
He wears that as a helmet, and he stood at the spinning wheel, slowly winching these 2 sacks slowly down the wall as everybody else goes, oh,
It's hobgoblins as well. This is hobgoblins.
Are they Noblars?
No, they're not Noblars. Noblars
Are they
are
creature
woodgoblins.
craft?
No,
I thought they were hell
no, you
goblins.
don't see them. Lyra's the only one that sees this.
I'm doing it.
What do you see, Lyra?
The little creature things for. Fuck.
You have no idea what you're
Guinea's gonna have a little peek through and do a creature test. That's a 19. That's an
With a-
official 19.
Yeah, with a bonus or minus.
With a minus of 2.
I've not a clue what they are.
No, you got a 1. You think there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, Gideon...
Gideon knows.
No.
He
Why
knows.
did I always have this
Darton.
funny theme of getting things wrong?
I don't know.
Darton, you think these are... potato goblins. Potato goblins are goblins that once helped farmers in potato farming until they kind of went rogue, and now they live amongst farmlands and steal people's potatoes. And if they try to stop them stealing the potatoes, they go for children instead.
So what actually are they?
Gideon, you know that these are hobs.
Hobgoblins.
No, they're
No,
hobs.
Hobs.
Yeah.
Oh, the little bastards.
H-O-B-B-E-S. These are hobs. They are a subrace of goblins. They're fat. They used to be good creatures and used to offer them. They used to offer their kind of services to farmers to like help out in the fields. But if you anger them, they get really pissed off and they infest your land. And they have a history of kidnapping children and turning them into hobs.
Oh shit! That is really fucking grim.
How do
This
they turn
is
them into,
really
oh no, this is like the worst
Nobody
thing ever.
knows
This is
how
like
they
my-
get turned
this is
into.
like-
Maybe something to do with the mud? The fucking bubbling mud?
This is like my word nightmare. Do you know why? Because I don't like anything like infection. And I
You
don't
know,
like...
if
Have
we
you ever
fail
seen-
here, we're gonna have 2 little new hobs joining the
you-
little hob
Have you
society.
have you ever seen the film Are You
2
Afraid
more
of the
children
Dark?
might die on your watch again.
Have you ever seen Are You Afraid of the Dark?
No, I'm,
Yeah.
That
I'm
is scary
determined to
film.
save these young people's lives,
I know what I'm going
and
to do.
I've come up with an
I have
awesome
a
plan if it
plan.
actually
What's
works.
the plan, Lyra?
You tell me your plan, I'll tell you what my plan is.
Right.
One second.
Oh shit.
Never mind.
Go on.
I will be the distraction.
What,
Gideon,
are you
if you
serious?
can, I don't know if you can, attempt to freeze the mud over the top or underneath the two.
I do believe that that mud stuff looks very, very warm. It'll take a long time to actually
Want to hear my
freeze.
plan?
Don't you have a daily that can freeze things out?
No.
It's fucking hot, man. It's not
Magic. I mean,
it's
can't you think like a
nice.
film?
Do you wanna hear
I
my
could
plan?
just run in there and zap
Do
everything.
you want to hear my
Yes,
plan?
let's hear your plan.
You know how I can turn invisible?
Yep.
I'm going to go up to the hobmaster, stab him in the chest, and
Yes.
I'm going to keep the winch, keep the people away from the winch thing.
That's a good idea. And
When
then,
you do that, you can arcane pull them towards you.
and then what we
I'm a wee.
And I can fire arrows at the ropes so they come off the ropes and fly towards you.
Or
I
you
like
can
that-
miss and they can fall into the mud.
I like that
Thank you.
plan.
He's gonna arcane pull.
However, one thing you could, if you go to the one that's like lowering them down, kill him, jam the mechanism to stop them. We kill them all, and then we get them down.
There could be too many for us to be able
That's
to
There's
handle.
15. There's 15 of them.
A lot of attacks.
Hey,
It's a lot of attacks.
there's 15
He
of
can
them.
go upon us and pull us down.
Dude, I've got fucking chain lightning. I've got
He's got
fucking.
arcane pull.
I've got arcane
That's true.
push. I've got flame.
This is-
I've got
okay,
flame
that's
ball.
the-
By the way, it's
plan.
15 and the big one.
I'm going to
15
go.
and the big one.
I'm going to
There's
kill
the big one lowering him down.
He looks exactly like the rest of them, but he's like much fatter and has his chamber pot as a helmet.
I
I'm
suggested
going
our
to
first
kill-
priority would to ensure the safety of the kids
Well,
rather than
that's what
fighting
I'm
the
going to.
goblins.
That's my plan.
Yeah, but,
Hobbs.
yeah, but whilst they're up there, they're safe. Alright? If
Provided
Ems
they
can
don't get
jam
lowered
the
into the mud.
If Ems can jam the mechanism.
Yeah, and keep it jammed. How are you going to fight these hobs off and keep that
You
jammed?
are going to come charging and attack them.
Yeah, they'll all be like too focused on me
And
to
I
worry
will
about
fight
anything.
them. You know you're still on.
Okay, you
half
be the
health,
distraction, I'll
right? You know
jam
you're
it.
still on half fortitude, right?
Okay, you sneak
Oh,
in.
No,
wait,
he's
is
not.
he?
He's
No,
not.
you're not.
He's
Never
not.
mind.
Okay, you sneak in, jam the mechanism, you fight them and cause the distraction, I'll make sure that the mechanism's secure.
How? You
'Cause
be
you're
on the
better
other
at
side of
fighting.
the room.
I'll come in after you.
Okay, fine. Like,
You're not
whatever,
invisible.
whatever. Basically,
You're not
all,
invisible.
No, yeah, she's going invisible,
I'm
kill
gonna
the
be
guy who's controlling it, secure it, they'll start a fight with the hobs. While she's busy
if I
fighting the
control,
hobs,
will
I'll
my
make sure
sword
that the rope's
be
secure.
invisible?
And you just
Everything
blast the
you
fuck
can,
out of
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
You-
let's do this
yeah.
before I have to go home. Right, you ready?
Yeah?
Invisible.
You're invisible.
Sneak it.
Guile check.
Nobody notices you sneak in. They're still dancing around going, ah, ah, oh,
Okay, sneak up to the big guy.
oh. You're gonna have to go all the way around the room
Yep.
to sneak up to the big guy. Okay, Gal check.
Get past all the letters.
Fuck! Shit!
One.
Bollocks!
You begin to
That's fun fail.
you begin to make your way around the
Wait,
room.
I'm invisible, so I can reroll.
Doesn't make a difference. You rolled a
Oh, I
one.
rolled a 1.
You make your way around the room and you trip over on one of the toys which is on the side and land flat in the mud. And because you're invisible, suddenly the mud has an impression of a woman just going. And there's a chalk outline in mud of this dark elf just like. Bleh. But they don't notice.
Guys,
Kyle sneaking.
am I covered in mud?
You're completely covered in mud. Yeah.
But you're
So I'm
invisible.
not invisible.
No, you're a walking hollow man made of mud.
You can use that to your advantage. I bet they're
can
easily
scare
scared.
them.
You can't talk to her.
Oh, yeah, true.
If you do, you're actually talking to her and I'll roll to see if you notice.
Yeah, we can't meta game.
Okay, man.
Okay.
Now before.
So
What do you
basically,
wanna
you
do?
can't
You just
decide
landed
it.
face down and you've looked up and they've not actually turned around.
I'm just covered in mud.
You just your entire front covered in mud.
She's like God or something.
And is beginning to carry on and these sacks are getting lower and lower.
Oh fuck. Okay. I'm just gonna keep sneaking.
Oh, it's so comical.
I'm
It's
just like,
like.
can I turn my? Oh no, because they can see.
One
me.
of the hobs turns around and sees this like weird mud just sliming its way along. And then he turns to one of his mates who's still and he pokes him and goes and his mate goes and he's like gestures to go hit it and his mate walks over and goes bonk. Roll a hit and hits you.
Wait, no. I can dodge, right?
No,
Why not?
you're lying in mud.
I'm not lying. Why is that
She got up and started sneaking in like some mud form.
No, she didn't. She was slithering across the floor.
You said you were gonna crawl
No,
across
she got
the floor.
up and started walking. Got up and started walking as like a mud creature. It's like walking. Trying to sneak
You
past
said you were crawling.
She's
along
trying
the
to
said
floor.
you were
I
crawling
am
along.
crawling.
So he hits you and
Ow.
bonks you on the back of the head for 3 damage. And you go, ow! And then he's like,
Can I
and
just turn
Everybody runs over and begins bonking.
I believe you're up, my friend.
Yes,
Can I just turn around and go rah and scare them?
I believe.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
You-
Can I do an
Guys,
intimidation?
Lyra's action first.
Can I do an intimidation thing and just kind
You
of
just want to get up and go, blood monster!
And they're like,
You totally can.
oh wow, this vlog.
Do they have to do fear checks?
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Scare them all
Just go,
away.
oh, that's cool.
Fuck yeah.
Mud monster! That would have gone really cool if it actually followed the power.
Cookie.
Oh shit, they've got crap.
So, oh, actually, they did okay. No, 2,
There's a 16 there.
3, 4, 5. About,
There's a 3.
There's a 2 and a 3.
yeah. About half of them go,
And run off to the big guy who's like, and then the rest of them you just kind of look angry and start moving towards you with their
Oh
clubs.
shit.
Gideon
invisible,
turns
right?
to
You're invisible, but your front is covered in mud.
Gideon's.
I have
Gideon's-
another action.
I'm gonna have to.
You got another
ask
action.
We're technically not in combat yet, but yeah, you do. Go on.
Can I just like... Oh wait, I can do Shadow Strike, can't I?
Yes.
Excellent,
Yeah.
that'll scare them even
Invisible
more.
shadow mud
Invisible
monster.
shadow mud monster strike.
Boink. Can I disappear and appear next to the fat guy?
Yeah.
Stab him in the back,
Stab him in
invisible.
the back.
Yeah.
That's an invisible
He's
mud
dying, they'll go,
monster.
If he
ah!
dies, they'll freak out
So-
even more. Great. Now we're in combat.
So you vanish, everyone's like, "Rah!" And you appear behind this guy with the chamber pot and go to stab him. Go on.
Is it 2?
Yeah, you got 2 swords there.
8 and 16?
You hit him once.
With my...
I like the comedy
Fire
of this
one.
battle.
So you get 1.
So the fact we're fighting
Two,
over
three,
kids and
four.
Hobbs.
You do 6 damage to him.
Great, that's not great at all.
So you appear behind him and you stab him and he goes, and everyone just kind of like angrily just runs towards you with
Is he
clubs.
dead or?
No,
Not dead yet.
he just like turns around and goes, and everyone starts running towards Lyra.
Gideon turns it out and he goes, I do believe shit has gone down.
Yes, you're up, my friend.
Roll to so you get to make first actions then.
Oh.
I'll do it again.
Oh, I don't know what
I
I
got a
was.
16.
Oh, fuck.
6. They go first.
Yay.
15 Hobbs run at Lyra.
What? Okay.
They're all gonna mob you because
Yeah,
you're
they're all
the
gonna
see.
mob me.
So
Wait,
it's a lap and you get dragged down by the
on the
horde.
side of the room, dude.
It's a really small room.
Fucking hell.
Did it run round with the pool of mud?
They run through the pool of mud.
Oh, okay.
They just slosh their way through it and
So
go
it's not
get you.
hot.
You don't know?
Magical
She
not
should
been
be
in it.
in it. She must know.
She's not been in it. She was just in the mud on the
So
outside.
it's bubbling, it's not hurting them, so them are immune to it. Because they are already Hobbs.
Oh shit.
Um,
I'm gonna have to dodge.
what's your fortitude?
I have to dodge the biggest one, right? What's the most
your
that you
fortitude's
got?
13.
I have to dodge a 19.
Yeah, 19.
Fortitude's 13.
Oh, I don't dodge at all.
Oh shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This could have gone so well.
6 hits.
So well, but it
That's
didn't.
fine.
So 6 Hobbs pile on you and start beating on you, and the leader lifts up his bigger mace than everybody else and smacks you as well, and actually hits you. Do you want to try and dodge him?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Dodge
you know
him.
You dodge him. So you dodge out of the way of his. And
Does he
then
hit his
Fall
mate?
into the other ones.
What?
Does he hit his mates or anything?
No, he just hits the mud, and then like 1, 2, 6 of them jump on you and start beating you down.
Fuck.
I got
Wow.
4 6s.
that. Wow.
22, 23,
hot
24.
damn.
You take 26 from being pummeled
I
to death.
am dead.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Almost dead. I'm almost
They just
dead.
jump on you and start beating on you.
I'm on 20 health. I'm bludgeoned already. Fuck.
And blood splatters all over you.
Yeah!
You're invisible frame.
At this moment, Gideon steps to the thing and goes, I am the great and powerful Gideon Morning Ward!
How-
And just fucking chain lightning's like a fucking
Really?
load of them.
Really?
What?
I'm right next to them, really?
Oh shit, are you literally in the
I'm
middle
being
of them?
mobbed
It
by
only
them.
changed to 3 people. There's more hops between.
Never mind.
Fucking, never mind. I'll just launch. How close am I? Can I do like a flame fan?
I don't know. The chamber's probably like 25 foot wide.
Fuck it, I'll just launch 2 fireballs. Go Old Faithful. First fireball.
You hit a hub.
That's an 18 and one's on fire.
You hit a hub.
Second fireball. That's a 4.
No.
No.
So the first one.
First one. 12, 13, 14 damage. And it's on
You-
fire.
One burns to death.
Great, nice one.
Anytime.
You throw a fireball into the back of it, it goes, "Bah!" and then
What's that?
splats down into the floor on fire.
On
Got it?
fire.
I'm gonna activate my ring.
Okay. Ring activated.
Three actions. Ah! First action. I'm gonna conjure up a spear of Orion and
Orion.
fire it straight at the hob leader.
Okay.
Hob leader. Add 18. 22.
I don't know if this gets to be extra. No.
The beam weapon.
Yep. That means it hits everything in the line.
Ah, right. Okay. I'm guessing like these hobs around him and him.
So
and
roll to hit.
Me.
Sorry. Right, so you missed the first guy. Roll 3 more for normal hobs.
Oh, wow.
So you miss the first 2, impale the next 2 with the Spear of Orion, and then it goes through to the last guy. So see if you hit him. No. So this amber spear flies past 2 hobs and stabs through one, comes out the other side and stabs through another. Roll your damage.
That's 5.
How much damage is it?
3d6.
Yep, so the first one takes 3d6.
5,
6,
6,
7, 8, 9, 10. First one takes 10 as he's impaled.
And the other one takes 8, 9, 10 again.
Another 10. Yeah, you actually get 2 of them like through the chest and out the other side, and they're like, ah, but not dead.
What? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got my sword drawn, haven't I? I've got 2 actions left.
No, 1 action left. It's 1 to activate your ring.
Maybe
What's that
put
doing
your-
to
take
that?
out your bow because you've got enough room.
I've got my sword out.
What are you better at? Bow or sword?
I'm better at my bow, but I've got my sword out because we're in a confined quarters.
We're not in confined quarters anymore.
We're not anymore, but it's going to take an action to change over, and then I've done the turn. And there's loads of them still.
Just attack. Attack one that you've already injured.
True. Yeah, I'll go over to one with my sword and smack it.
Are you running through the mud, or are you going to go all the way around? Just going around will probably take an action.
I'm just trying to protect myself in the mud, won't it?
You don't know.
I'll go for the mud.
You go through the mud, nothing happens. It's
Oh,
warm.
I thought
Warm
something was
mud.
going to happen.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the hob. Yeah, it's plus
Yeah,
6.
you hit one. You hit one. D6 plus.
D6 plus 2.
No, it's, yeah,
D6
2,
plus
sorry.
1 plus
Plus
1.
1 plus 1 shot.
5.
You kill one.
Yeah.
Yay!
One of the ones that you speared through the shoulder, you slice his head off. Okay. Whose go is it?
Gideon, is it yours?
No,
No,
Gideon's,
I'm fine.
Gideon's done it. It's the hob's turn.
Yes.
So,
They're beating on
the-
my ass.
they all just...
Rail
Um,
on me.
4 of them, no, 5 of them, no, how many died? 3 of them turn around and start beating on Darton.
You dodge.
A crit.
Ooh, 20.
Shit, I can't dodge that.
You can't dodge a crit. 2 of them miss, and the third one jumps up and smacks you directly on top of the head for 5 damage, and you're bloodied. And then the rest of them.
You get nosebleeds just like bursting out of there.
1, 4, 5, 6.
6 of them and the leader all continue to beat on Lyra,
Of course.
who now has a bloody fortitude.
Yep.
So what do they need to hit you?
A long.
I need a 6.
6 to hit me.
No.
Larry, we're
No,
gonna
you-
die.
no, 13,
7.
yeah, 7.
This is how I felt with the wolves.
They all hit. All but one.
Wow.
One of them misses
Dodge.
completely and falls over in the mud.
What's my.
You need an over 19 to dodge.
Oh, great. This isn't going to be. Well, never mind. I'm dead.
Okay, so the leader lifts
If
up
I
his
did not
big
tell,
mace,
I'm gonna go home. 'Cause I really need
smacks
to.
you for 8,
Wow, okay.
and then...
You can't go home, Ems.
Well, I
In the
kind
middle
of
of
need to.
Oh, you can't go home in the middle of it.
Only if I'm a triple 20.
And the rest of them, you take a lot.
If it's more than 14, I'm dead.
It's more than 14.
Then I'm dead.
12, 7, you're knocked out, yeah.
I have.
They beat her into the mud on the ground, and basically you see this kind of cartoon pylon, and as they move out, Lyra's just like, on the floor.
Oh shit.
You'll go, guys.
I flame them off.
Yeah, Gideon's
We'll
gonna
end it after this.
Gideon's gonna flame fan them all.
Darton's in the way.
Oh shit, he is.
I've got the ring, so I'll go first.
Oh, you did? Okay, go
Yeah,
first
you
then.
Yeah. First thing I'll do, I got to worry about the kids. Are they near the?
They're hanging above the mud pit,
Just leave them. Help me.
like 2 feet above the mud pit.
This is why you
Whereabouts
children
are
die
they?
You actually
on
just
your
waded
watch
past
ends.
them.
I don't
Oh, the
know
2
a
foot.
lot.
Can I get them from there?
There was only an 8-foot high ceiling, and the kids are like 4 foot themselves.
Yeah.
It would have been
So
fine
they're
if I'd done my
2 foot
guile.
over the mud.
If I hadn't done that.
Alright, so I can probably get reaching.
Yeah, you can reach
Can we be able to cut the rope?
Not really.
I need to lower them a little bit more.
Yeah, because I have to like an epic battle. I fall in mud.
And the hobs are near
Or
the
get
rope.
knocked out by a giant jellyfish.
The hobs are basically around the spinneret thing.
It's like when my dad beats me up. No, it's a jellyfish and
What are you talking about?
Ems is just bitching. It's fine. don't
Right,
worry.
okay, so...
Right, yeah, so I'll swing a potion so I'm not blooded
technically.
anymore.
What?
I'll swing a potion so I'm not blooded anymore.
Okay, so you swing a potion.
And then I've got
What potion?
just a normal health potion.
The health potions don't heal you.
I don't
They just
think
give
that
you
you can
healing
be
Give you
surges.
healing surges.
Don't think you can be
No.
blooded. What stops you from being blooded then?
Restoration potion.
Healing
Heal
above half your
yourself.
health.
Heal yourself.
Oh yeah. True. Oh, no, I'm only blooded because you crit me.
Then any kind of healing.
Wait, my dailies
Yeah,
are
no.
regen.
Health potion gives you healing surges, it doesn't heal you.
Oh right, okay.
Use your health.
Yeah, I'll use one action to do Artemis Restoration on myself.
Okay.
So that's 3.
Why don't you use that on me?
Because I've got enough health 8 points to try and help you out. So that'll heal me for D10.
Why don't you use the D20 one where you have to touch yourself? It's the same points, isn't it?
No, that one, that's 3.
Ah, okay.
Heal myself for 7.
And then your other 2 actions?
31. The other 2 actions, I will try and fight my way through to the pulley.
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know how you're going to do that because there's like 10 guys between you and that. And they're
Anyway,
big fat
it's anywhere I
things.
can get into it, around to it.
I mean, they're only like 4 foot tall, so I guess you could
Wade through.
barge your way through, I guess.
Kind of like head hop over them.
No.
Because they're like small, can I just jump on them?
No,
Like,
well,
couple
you-
heads.
You could, but
They're
you
4
won't-
foot tall,
you
you're only
lose your
6 foot
belly.
tall, it's not like they're tiny.
I've just checked the bathroom, no one.
Yeah.
That doesn't work in real life.
I only have 1 strength, so I could possibly do it for all high enough.
You could try and jump over them with an agility check.
Yeah, that's better. I'll try and jump over them.
Okay? Agility check to jump over them.
Swing as I go, I guess.
I'm gonna laugh when you fail and you'll get a free attack against you.
Yeah.
You can't swing at the same time.
Okay, so what do we need to get?
Just do an agility check and I'll tell you what happens.
Okay!
You completely clear all of them, land by Lyra's side, and get a free attack in.
Boom!
Okay, free attack, and then with my final action, I'll try and heal Lyra.
What do your attacks first?
Yeah, so. First attack,
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Who's this against a normal hub?
Normal hop.
You miss.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, my last action, I can either lower the children so Gideon can get them and get them out of the room, or I can heal you.
Kill Hobbs first. Don't bother out the kid. The kids are safe up there for now.
They're not, because if they fall into the mud, they're fucked.
Go just
The
go
mud's
grab
just
them.
mud. It's just warm.
We don't know that.
You do. You just went through it.
Oh, well, I didn't do it to me. He might do something to kids. That's
Dude,
what
just
I'm
leave
putting
them up there
to-
for now.
Fine, okay. It's not on my head if they die.
Because my agility is not good. I'm not really able to
I'll
catch
heal
them.
Lyra. I will use the last 3 fate points I've got to use healing touch on Lyra.
Cool. Lyra, can you please roll,
On the
You're injured. how many thingies do you have?
Wow, okay, I've got 4.
So roll 5 dice.
Did she recover D20?
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Let me just roll another one quick.
So what's your highest roll?
16.
You have shaky hands.
Of course I do. My
So you have
ballistic
-5 to hit
And she heals for
-5 to hit?
10.
for
And you get
5
10 health.
days.
I've got 10 health. Thanks.
Is that it?
Oh no, sorry, no. It's -5 with any small hand action. So lockpicking, firing her bow, it doesn't matter what you
Yeah.
sword. But for 5 days you have that. You basically wake up with slight Alzheimer's.
I have
Oh, no,
that before
Parkinson's,
with
sorry.
the jellyfish did that to me.
Right. So
10 health.
you have 1 attack. Oh no, you just healed her for.
Yeah,
What did you
yeah.
heal her for?
That's
10.
You wake up with 10. Cool.
Yay.
Hubs go.
My go.
Gideon's
Yeah,
go.
Gideon's up there,
Sorry,
yeah.
Gideon's go.
So
I
all, these
forgot.
guys, all these guys are amongst the
You were gonna
Hobbs,
go first. Yeah.
Me and Lyra are in the middle of them all.
rendering
No, we
most of my
landed it.
spells useless.
Are we in the middle of them?
No, we
You are
played
completely backed up against the wall amongst all the Hobbs.
Yeah, we're both in the middle of them.
Because Lyra teleported behind the guy with the chamber pot,
Yeah, then
who
they
was
all
at the edge of
swarmed
the
in.
wall, and everybody swarmed in on you.
Right, this is gonna be great.
So you kind of jumped over them all into a corner.
I'm
I
gonna
have
have to.
0 health. things
I'm really
now.
sorry if I burn you guys.
So So what you guys think?
We're gonna have to dodge.
I think I'm gonna cast Fire Jar. Cause my dailies of regen.
The wave of fire.
Yeah.
Cool.
The fuck? So you used to kill Lyra
I
again.
don't have any, so.
Oh, you don't have any? Okay, no, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do that. Fine, I'll just lob 2 fireballs then, I guess. Even though I had a chance to do something epic.
And kill us in the process.
I only
Good
have
job.
10 health. How
There's
much?
There's 9 hobs in the leader left.
Don't think about
Okay,
it.
I'm
Don't think
gonna
about
aim.
it.
I'm gonna lob a fireball at the leader. And miss.
You miss him.
I'm gonna lob another fireball at the leader.
And miss it.
And miss again.
2 fireballs fly over the leader's head and smack into the wall next to Darton.
Damn.
We should have Fire Jar in there.
Hobs go.
Nope, we did.
I'm gonna still beat on him.
4 of the hobs run through the mud over towards Gideon and attack. One of them gets stuck in the mud and falls face down. The other one gets stuck in the mud and doesn't even make it to you. What's your fortitude, dude?
Fortitude.
Is it 10?
Fortitude is 11.
One gets to you, swings and hits the mud in front of you, and the last one pole vaults over the one in front of you, completely misses and lands behind you. And then 3 of them hit Darton, getting 2 hits. Getting 2 hits, so they whack you with their maces for another 11 damage.
Jesus Christ.
And then 2 of them and the leader go for Lyra. And the leader and 1 guy hits. The leader cannot roll anything below a 19 apparently.
17.
So you dodge the first guy and then the leader smacks you with his D10 hammer for 3.
Fine.
You get a hammer into the gut.
Right, my turn, right?
You'll go
No,
first.
your turn.
He goes first.
Get me. I'm going to activate bear mode.
Beast mode engage.
Strength of the bear.
Jump for the bear.
An ethereal bear forms around Darton.
D10 plus 1. 9 rounds.
For 9 rounds.
That's good. That's really good.
Just
I
last
need
to the
more
end.
dailies, is all I need. Something
That's my first action. I've got 2 left, and I'm going to slice at the boss. Because I'm in the middle of the shiz now.
Yep.
10 and 11. Add 6.
They both hit.
Woo! And that's D6 plus 2 each.
So plus 4 total.
Exactly.
Just roll a different dice. You got a 4 and... Roll a different dice.
6, 7,
So
8.
10, 11, 12, 14 damage.
My turn, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slice it by the leader. A 9 and a 13.
Both hit.
Bloody now, I'm guessing.
6 and a 2.
You run your sword through his skull.
Excellent.
He's dead! The leader's gone. Kill the head off the
They did
beast
have to
and
do
the...
fear checks, the other guys.
Yeah.
Do you want to do them now?
And the rest, 4 of them are attacking Gideon and didn't even notice that it happened.
They didn't even get to me. They're just like, oh.
The rest would be like, ah!
One of them freaks the fuck out and just drops his hammer on the floor and goes, no! 2 of them go, ah, ah, and start running towards the door. And 2 of them go, ah, you
I'm gonna slice at the one who's going, Mash Rabbit! 13 and 14. A hit, right?
Yes.
4 and a 1.
For 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage. He does not die.
What's this music from?
It is from,
It sounds like a really old Sega
it's
game.
from The Labyrinth. The film The Labyrinth.
Ah.
It's Goblin's House in the Labyrinth.
It's from the film. Oh.
It's a
No,
film.
it wasn't.
Sure, reckon. Yeah.
It's got David Bowie.
Hopefully
It's a
not
really,
like-
really old film.
That is really old.
It's good though.
Anyway,
My turn.
Oh, wait,
Yep.
the labyrinth.
Gideon is going to use sparks because I'm changing it up a little bit. Rather
Oh,
than
it's-
using fireball for
yeah.
everything, I'm going to use sparks on the one behind me. First of all, so that's 11.
didn't you just go?
No.
No.
No, him.
Oh, you mean he's still... you did their attacks all
You
that
just
there.
did your... I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh, was that their panic?
That was their panic.
Oh, right, yeah, so it's good.
Yeah.
So
I thought they were doing attacks as well.
sparks on the one behind me.
Okay.
I
Did you roll to
hit
hit?
one.
What did you roll to hit?
11.
Yeah, you hit.
Doing 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
He dies.
And then sparks on the nearest one in front of me.
Yep.
That's an 11 again.
Roll your damage.
Oh,
So
only
it's like-
13.
He gets extremely badly burned, and he does that cartoon thing where you can see his skeleton. Okay, so The two that are running away see Gideon blow up their mates. One of them becomes extremely emboldened because that was his best mate and attacks Gideon. And the other one just runs past him and down the corridor. And crits Gideon.
Oh no! Beat him up! Where's my best mate?
You go, Steven! And smacks you in the face for 6 damage.
Oh.
And you're bloody.
So I've got.
The one you almost killed hits you for 3. And then the 2 who couldn't get you into the mud last time, one of them hits you for another 4. So you took 7, 12 total.
12 damage?
Yeah.
Shit.
What else we got?
20.
The 2 that are still fighting and not running away, and the one that surrendered crawls into the big pool of mud in the middle and dives under it and just like hides.
They're children though.
Basically. And the
Oh, you were right about me killing kids.
the other 2 swing at Darton. Oh no, Lyra, because she killed the leader. And get 2 hits. You get higher than 16.
Yes!
Oh, 17. She dodges out of the way of them both.
Yeah, God.
Go, guys.
I had 7 health.
Dawson!
Slicey.
Yeah, I may as well just slice it around the gobbles that are around me. Hobs around me, sorry. 3 times.
Yep.
Flurry of blades!
6, 7, 8.
You hit him twice.
Twice.
Wow,
Wow.
guys. GG.
3.
You actually kill one.
Well done.
Hey!
And I will tack the other one with a 7 and a 14. Do they both hit?
Yes.
With 6 and 6.
Another one dies.
That's the last
Yeah,
one,
I'm like-
right?
Fighting him and you're
Yeah.
like, this is how it's done.
So both of you each dispatch the one that was like attacking you guys. So Gideon, one's just ran past you like down the corridor. He actually forgot to move the sheet out of the way, so it's covered him and he's running down the corridor like a ghost now.
Okay, the one that's just critted me, Gideon's gonna launch.
There's one that's just crit you and there's 2 more that are attacking
Gideon's
you.
gonna launch the one that just crit me, do a sparks at one of them, and get 18 and fucking stun him. So if it doesn't kill him, it'll definitely stun him.
He dies.
And then the one of the other ones that's nearest to me, shoot with the sparks at him, get a 7.
Hits.
Sweet. So 12, 13, 14.
He looks as though he has 1 HP. So there's... Oh, I did this wrong. There should be 1 more attacking you guys.
Oh, right.
Um,
Well, he's got his attack.
It's fine,
now.
yeah. So the one attacking you guys goes to hit Lyra. And critically fumbles, falls in the mud. 2 attack Gideon, and 1's still hiding in the mud. I've actually done this wrong. 2 attack Gideon. With 1 hit, and 6 damage.
Oh my god!
Smacks you square in the face with a big stone mace.
Jesus Christ. I've got 14 health left.
And the one who is in the mud bursts up out of it like Wolverine getting out of that tank wearing adamantium. And he just goes, and he picks up the mud and throws it at Gideon. You're now muddy.
Oh.
So the one's attacking us,
I'm
right?
muddy.
Slice its head off, the one that's
Yeah,
attacking
there's
me.
one attacking you, 2 attacking Gideon, and 1 in the mud.
Attack!
Hey, I'll do them one at a time because I might kill anyone. Attack the guy that's attacking us. Hits.
You hit him,
5, 6, 7 damage.
you don't kill him.
Second one. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11.
Damage.
Hit. Hit.
I'd hit, yeah, you hit him.
Yeah. For 6, 7, 8 damage.
There's right.
He dies. She
Um,
perfectly dies.
Yeah. With my last action, should I wheel the kids down or
Yeah, and
what?
I'll go grab them. Oh no, because there's something in the wood, you should do that.
That's true.
Can we run out the thing and stab it in there?
Well, am I close enough to go to that guy and slice him?
If you go into the mud, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll go to that
He's
guy.
like under the kids though.
Yeah, I'll kill him first. That's why I don't want to drop the kids down when he's
Alright.
there. So I'll go to him. Add 6.
You miss.
11.
Yeah, you miss.
hit the other one.
The other one was bloody though.
Oh, right,
Because you
okay.
just hit him for
Right,
8.
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Can I spear him with my sword?
Yeah?
By throwing it.
You can't. Well, you can throw a sword, but you don't get much bonus.
No,
You can throw a dagger.
I'll just throw. No, I can't because I got shaky hands. Well, I can't
Shaky
throw
hands.
shit. I just run at it and slice it. Will it take me an action to get over to him?
No.
So I can stabby, slice it.
If you go into the mud, it won't take you an action to get to him.
I don't want to go in the mud. The mud's gross. Freaking me out of it.
You were just in the mud.
I wasn't in the mud. I was on the outside of the mud. Still covered in it. Is the invisibility worn off?
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, it wore off when you were knocked out.
Alright, I'm gonna heal. That's what I'm gonna do. I
You
don't have any
healing
heal
surges.
surges,
Not
right?
kill the last hob.
There's one that's fighting me still.
There's 2 hobs left.
I'm gonna leave it to you
There's
guys.
2
'cause
fighting
I'm
Gideon
not gonna fight
and
him.
1 in the mud.
That's alright, there's the kids up there. They've been hanging
The
up
one in the
there.
mud doesn't have a weapon though, it's just throwing mud at people.
I'm just going.
I'm
Fine,
sorry.
I'll wade into the thing and slice it twice. Hopefully kill it. Yeah?
What?
Can I go into the mud and slice at it twice?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? I feel like I shouldn't be in the mud at all. It's freaking me out a bit.
That's how you should feel. Roll the dice.
I don't want to go in there. I'm not
No,
going in the
don't
mud.
metagame it. You said you were doing it.
No, you said you
No,
go
no,
into it.
no.
I don't wanna go
You
in
wade
the
into the mud,
I don't
nothing
wanna
happens,
go
it's
in the
warm.
mud. Oh, no. 6, 9, and 9.
You hit it twice.
Ooh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It does not die.
I slice it again. 16 and 14 definitely hit. 2 and a
It
1.
dies.
Can I get out of the mud?
You don't have any actions
God
left.
damn it! I want to be in the mud.
You're in the
You're
mud
gonna
with
turn
me.
into a hob.
Oh, if I
The
turn
2
the
hobs
hob
that are
off,
left.
I
You
can't.
can't turn into a hob.
Beat
Oh,
on
it's
hold.
my turn.
Oh, I thought you gone.
No. Okay, I'm gonna shoot another. The one closest to me, I'm gonna shoot a sparks. And 9. Does that hit it?
You miss.
Oh, okay, I'll shoot another sparks and then get a 10.
You hit.
Yay! And 12,
13.
13, 14, 15.
You kill it.
Yay!
So everything's dead, right?
No, there's 1 still attacking Paul.
Oh.
God damn it. Was it not run off yet?
No. The one last hob grabs his mace above his head, jumps up into the air, and goes to hit Gideon, and hits him,
Oh,
smacks down on your shoulder for 4 damage.
oh god, I've got 10 HP left.
You go, guys.
Can we get out of the
Kill
mud?
this bastard!
Yeah, me first.
Go over to the
Yeah.
wind.
I'm gonna wage out the mud.
Wait, do you want to stay in the
winch.
mud? Do you want to stay in the mud and I'll hand down the kids to you?
Lyra's
I've got
mud
the action so
wrestling.
I can wade out the
Oh,
mud,
yeah.
winch him down, and then come back and help me.
Why don't you stay in the mud and catch the
Because
kids?
I'm not going to go in the mud anymore because I'm freaking out. Fine, I'll catch the kids in the
You are
mud.
so
You
I don't want to
stand
do
You
it
No.
stand there,
Children
catch the
die.
kids, and then in your second action, pass them out.
Did you kill children? Oh, the bear.
Like pass
Yeah.
them out on the
I
side.
didn't kill him on purpose.
No, you didn't kill him at all.
Because I've got 3, I've got enough to get out, winch him down, and then help him out.
Fine, we'll do that then.
So I'll wade out the mud to the winch,
Yep.
winch him down to Lyra,
I
Okay.
get them, I guess.
like tie it off so
Slice them
that
Well,
they're
you
there.
lynch 1 of them down to her, yeah.
Yeah.
They're both on separate.
Oh, are they? Okay. Have I got enough to go down to the other one and winch him? Winch him down?
No, it's the same winch, it just has like 2 sides to it.
Alright, so can I do that for both of them?
Yeah, yeah. It's just you can only catch 1 at a time, is what I'm saying.
Alright, so I'll do one first.
Yeah, and then she catches it.
Got that, take
So that's
her
her
out.
first action.
So her action is to grab it and do what?
Put her out of the mud. Take her out
On
of
the
the
side.
mud.
Okay.
So I'm out
You
of the
you
mud.
wait to the edge of the mud pool and put her on the side, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll do the second one.
You grab him, wait to the edge of the mud pool, put him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
His face.
Gideon, there's a hob still beating on you.
I've just got a funny feeling.
Put me into
Okay.
one.
I'm gonna sparks it.
It
Zap it good.
It dies.
Dead.
You toast its brain.
Dead. Its eyes bubble and boil and just melt out of its
I
head.
jump out of the bloody. I jump out of the mud pit then.
Okay, so all the hobs dead. They like splat against the floor with a like this big floppy tongue flops out to one side, and the 2 bags are wriggling, going.
Oh god. Quick, Gideon! Spray me with your water.
Make me wet.
Make
Make
me
me-
very
make
wet.
me wet.
Make me clean.
I make you wet enough already.
Go on. Spritz me. Spritz me.
Alright. I'll summon rain cloud. There you
Yay!
Over her or both of us?
go. I'll do one and I'll guide it over to you. So
Yeah,
you can
cheers,
shower
Gideon.
off.
Nice,
Oh,
nice
I got
shower
rid
there.
of that.
Nice.
Wait, so what are you doing?
Well, I got down
Just
to the
shower
mud.
us off to keep us to get all the mud off us.
the mud pool.
Okay.
Go out of the mud and
Gideon's gonna loot the room. You get a 20.
You find nothing.
Oh, why do I always waste 20?
You find nothing.
on
It's
that?
all about
toys
helping.
and odd socks.
It's all about helping the innocent
Am I
and the young.
clean now?
I'm going to open bag
Okay.
number 1.
I'm gonna
Your
open
legs
bag
look like
number
covered
two.
in mud.
Let's see what's in bag number 1.
I'm gonna wipe my legs down then.
You open the first bag and you find a boy tied up with like medium length blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and a sock stuffed in his mouth. And this is like,
Boy.
Okay.
Daniel.
I'm gonna try and
Brown
calm
hair,
him
sorry.
down. I'll try and calm him down.
Freaked out
Is
a
it,
bit then, didn't
is
you?
it Daniel?
I forgot.
Yeah. Like, Daniel, it's fine. We're here to rescue you. We mean you no
He
harm.
looks at you with wide eyes, like help.
It's like, yeah, no problem. We'll take the sock out.
Take out the
You take
sock.
it out and he goes,
Are you okay?
What were they?
I just poked my head down.
they're-
Daniel, what
What
happened?
did I say they were?
Hobbs.
No,
Oh
I
no,
thought
you
they
said
were
they were potato goblins.
the potato goblins.
Fucking potato goblins.
Daniel, do you want to tell us what happened?
Well, you get someone going to correct me here. I mean, I know the potato goblins.
No, I'm not gonna.
We've
You
been
just find
through this
it
before.
hilarious.
I like it that you always get shit wrong.
We wanted to play by the stones because they looked fun and Mum wouldn't let us. So
So you did it
me
anyway?
and Lottie decided to sneak out
So,
and have a play, and
what
we
have you
went there
learned?
and
What
there
have you
were
learned by
these
this?
magical little fat men who were dancing with us, and then
Potato goblins.
they wanted us to come and see their toys, and they hit us with
Yes,
clubs
you know what they
and
would have
woke up
done?
in a sack.
You know what they would have done? They would have turned you into them, and it's not
Yes.
good.
I don't want to be a potato goblin.
No, it's
Of course you don't want to be a potato
I
goblin.
like whack,
They're nasty
I
little
whack
creatures.
Darting round their heads saying, don't take that to
Ow.
a child. Right, Daniel, you know what to do now, don't you? You know to listen to Mummy and Daddy. Or if you've just got Mummy, if Daddy got squished by a tree.
Yes, Daddy's gone.
Okay, well, you know to listen to Mummy then, don't you? This
Oh,
is what happened.
Lyra, you have such a way with words.
Yes, you were saying you would turn into one.
No, they would have. I'm being honest.
Daniel,
You're being cruel.
Daniel looks at you while you're arguing and goes, "Is anyone gonna untie my sister?"
Oh, yeah, like.
Yes, of course, I'll open bag number 2.
You find a
Dad,
light
girl.
brown haired girl with a sock in her mouth.
I
I'll
take
take
the
the
sock
sock
out
out
and go,
and
are you
untie
Lottie?
it.
She goes, "Yeah,
That, why does she sound just like a brother?
yeah." That was higher pitched.
Go on.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes!
Better.
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake, you disgusting creature!
God, you hole.
I'm sorry, I have
You
terrible
potato
flatulence
goblins.
today.
Right, okay, I'm going to pick up the little girl, you pick up the little boy,
Yes.
and we'll carry them out.
Okay. So you get back to the entrance. It's a small climb up to the hole.
Right,
You
keep
put the kids
going,
through.
Lottie.
The kids climb through, then you climb through, and you're back outside.
How many XP? Yay.
Oh my
Two.
God, shivers.
2 XP.
I'm on 42.
So the kids, as soon as they get out, run back to the camp where their mother is waiting. She hugs them, covered in mud, and she's like, "You little bastards! I was so worried!" And she hugs them the biggest hug you ever can. And she's got tears in her eyes. And as you guys walk down the hill, she's like, "Thank you so much."
Oh, you're
She,
welcome.
she says, "You were so brave."
Well, not really.
Well,
yeah.
we can try.
But please, I've got something for you. I've
Oh,
got something
excellent,
for you."
yes, presents. Yes. Oh, it's cake!
She runs over to the stuff that she's been packing up, and she pulls out a long, like, cloth winded around something, and she hands that over to whoever gets there first.
Me.
Excuse me. She would hand it to me because I was
Everybody roll an agility check, so you get there.
I'm faster. 9. Go on.
Oh, fail.
50.
think-
What's your minus though?
10.
I'm a minus
I got
1, so I
3.
got
Lyra
8.
actually gets there first.
Oh.
She hands over this cloth wrapped around something to you. And she
Ta.
says, "Thank you very much.
You're
this is a
welcome.
family heirloom. It was their father's."
Are you sure you want to part with
He
it?
goes, "You saved my children. They were
Yeah.
all I had left.
Don't you want to give
Without
it?
them, I would have had nothing."
Or don't you want to give it to Daniel? Wait, what is it? I take off the cloth.
It is a bow.
Ooh.
I already have a bow.
It's a long bow made of black, like almost ash wood, with all these very intricate blue swirls in it, like
That
magically blue.
That looks like a
swirls.
very fine bow indeed.
I just hand it to
Thank
my
you.
archer friend. Will take care of it and pass it to you.
Thank you, Lyra.
You're welcome.
You
And
now
thank
have
you,
the bow.
miss.
And I think we're gonna leave it there.
Yeah, I guess.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
So you guys finish your conversation with the woman. Everybody packs up, and you carry on your way to
What would
Upton
have
Fields.
happened if we'd have stayed in the woods?
It does nothing to adults.
What does it do?
Ah.
So do they have to like? Do they
Like,
get
they're all small for a
Children
reason.
hit the mud, they turn into hobs.
just instantly?
Yeah.
Ew.
And then they break out the bag and burst out the bag as hobs and
Oh god damn! I should have got some samples and sold them.
But yeah. Do you want to do anything
Yes,
before
we
we
save the
finish?
kids.
Do you want to investigate this bow or anything just before we go?
Yeah, I'll investigate both.
You use an arcane in them.
Doing it.
Oh yeah,
I'll do an arcane
these
test on it.
intricate carvings. Do you know what they
I got
are?
a 19. I actually got a 19 that
Okay.
time, not a 16.
You see
91.
along the edge of it, there is the name Witherstring.
Wither string.
Yes.
Like the wither.
That's an
Um,
interesting thing.
In gaming terms, it gives you +1 to hit, +1 to damage, and all your arrows count as doing magic damage.
Awesome!
That's ace.
And I believe.
So
we're
you
gonna
got
end
like
it
plus 25 now or something to hit.
With a string.
You're never gonna
Plus
miss.
one to
there. Yeah,
hit.
plus 18.
Plus
that.
1
So
damage.
plus 19
Plus
now.
19.
Fuck me.
So that's
magic.
D3 plus.
It does the same damage as a normal bow, so
Yeah.
just D3,
Yeah.
but +1
D.
to all damage, no matter what kind of arrow you use.
Yeah.
And,
Magic.
and +1 to hit, and all your arrows are magical. Which means you can hit things that can only be hurt by magic and stuff like that, even if you're not
Like
using magic
ethereal
arrows.
creatures.
Yeah, things like that.
You need to get Grimlock's bow fixed as well, don't
So
you?
plus 1 hit, plus 1 damage, so D3
Fuck
plus
yeah.
1 damage. Yeah. And then magic
And
arrow.
everybody packs up, and you continue your journey to Upton Fields.
Huzzah! And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, we will end that episode.
Bye bye.
So, thank you all for listening. It's been a rather muddy episode.
Thought it was a bit of a fun one after the.
Yeah,
after
it was
madness.
quite amusing actually. There was a lot of funny moments in there actually. A lot less serious.
A lot of innuendos for a children's episode.
Oh,
really.
by the way, anybody who can work out what that the thing that was written on top of the Stonehenges, you get an internet cookie.
But
I
nice.
don't know what
Internet
it is.
cookie?
Yeah, an
Say
internet
it
cookie.
again. Say what he was.
Oh, for
Really
fuck's sake.
quick.
Right, give me a second. Let me find the fucking Word document.
Because I think I've heard it before, but I don't think I have.
D&D,
Where it was
Escort
from?
Mission 101.
Where,
which is the name
where
of
it
this.
was from?
The life of man, solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. Anybody have any idea?
No, not a
It's not
fucking
from
clue.
I'm
Dark
sure I've
Souls,
heard
is it?
that from somewhere.
Anybody want to know?
Is it from
Fire
Dark
Warrior?
Souls?
I don't know. He says something at the beginning, Imperium Man, something.
Put it in the comments, ladies and gents, for next episode.
And I will tell you next
End that
episode.
now.
I will tell
Okay,
you next
guys.
time.
We'll see you guys again on the next episode. Until all time, just D&D apidged.
Cheerio.
Thank you and good night.
Bye.
Goodbye, friends.